Hello everyone. This is my third attempt at doing a SmackDown review that will actually work. Now, I've done two already. This is the third try. Last night I uploaded one. I was in a very bad mood. I'm going to take my glasses off because of the glare. I was in a bad mood because SmackDown should have delivered on a go-home show. And the audio is not working. Now, I'm looking at my OBS system right now while I'm recording. It's showing, it's capturing my microphone. The bar is fluctuating every time I speak. I do a couple minute test one, it works fine. I go and do a long one, do a complete review of a complete crap show, and no sound. So my test ones work every single time, but when I end up doing the actual podcast, no sound. And yet my meter's fluctuating just like it should, because it's capturing my microphone like it's supposed to. You know, and then let alone last night, we get one of the shittiest SmackDowns. You know, people might not say it's the shittiest. You know what? It is the go-home show for Money in the Bank. And we get a clusterfuck of a match. And I said it on Twitter the best. That opening segment was a total deuce. And if you don't know what that means, might as well have shit all over us with that segment. That opening segment was god awful. You have the New Day come out, you have the Usos come out, and then the Fashion Police, and to top it all off, the Colognes. And not one of them had anything of substance to give us. None of it made sense. It was all one big fucking goof. Now, if you're new to the channel, sorry to start off a podcast that badly. My name is Pete Wall. You are watching Pillar to Post, here, in my dungeon. And today I kind of feel like a few of my friends on Facebook, they like to call me the Angry Viking. They say I look like an angry, pissed off Viking. Today I feel like it. Last night I felt like it. Today I feel like it for a couple of other reasons. OBS not working properly. SmackDown was shit. Their go-home show should have elevated Money in the Bank, and it did nothing for it. On top of that, after an hour of watching that bullshit, I just walked away from it. I only watched 1 hour of SmackDown last night, and I said I've had enough. If I want to watch the shits, I will go sit on the toilet, and I will try to amuse myself by taking a crap. Because frankly, at least I would have achieved something and I wouldn't have wasted my time like I did last night. Now, I'm really hoping that OBS is working right now, because god damn it, if I got to do this for a fourth time, I might break something. But now some of you might say, why would I quit watching if I do a podcast on the show? Wouldn't you be able to give a better review if you watched the entire damn thing? No. Because then I would have been yelling for an hour about how much bullshit they slung our way as wrestling fans last night. What'd they do at the top of the show? They had a shit segment that went into an 8-man tag team match. Now you might say, well, they at least used 4 tag teams. So what? It was a clusterfuck of a match. 8-man tags, 6-man tags. It doesn't make sense to do all the time, especially on your go-home show where you desperately need to elevate your pay-per-view to get more buyers, more subscribers, more viewers. And you fail to do so by giving clusterfuck matches like the 8-man tag. And then your main event, you get a 6-man tag with everyone involved in the Money in the Bank match this Sunday. I don't know how many times I can do this podcast reviewing the same show. I'm going to give it a try, and if it doesn't work again, I don't know, I might break something. Because obviously, this microphone works, and it's showing me it works, it's reading it, but what the fuck? So, the only thing I have good to say about the show, I at least seen that they were giving 4 women singles matches. We had Naomi versus Tamina, and then later on we had Natalya versus someone else. That's where I stopped watching. Because I just couldn't stand the thought of watching for another hour of something that wasn't going to give me any substance, any kind of excitement going into their pay-per-view. So at the top of the show, yes, I'm smoking. I'm frustrated as hell. I'm pissed off. Not just at SmackDown. At my microphone. At my fucking OBS. At Vince McMahon. At Kevin Dunn. It doesn't matter. I'm pissed off. I am that angry Viking today. And when I watch a go-home show, I expect to be excited. And I like to see the pay-per-view being elevated to the stratosphere. That way we have no doubts about whether we want to watch it or not. Now, I'm still going to watch because I know those ladder matches always throw something in there that will excite us. Now, I don't know about the women. The women might be a little bit scared to use the ladders like the men have used in the past. This is their first Money in the Bank ladder match. So I can see some risks being taken, but some reservations as well. But going back to the first opening of the show, like I said, we had all 4 tag teams come in. Not one of them had anything worthwhile to say. It was all a goof. And then that segues into our opening match of the night. We've got the New Day teamed up with the Fashion Police versus the Usos and Colognes. And, oh man, the match did nothing. It meant nothing. It was nothing. Your winners were the New Day and the Fashion Police. Complete garbage match. A waste of time. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember every promo that was done last night in that hour I watched. But our next match was Naomi versus Tamina Snuka. Now, Tamina showed her power off. They showed that she is the strongest woman on SmackDown at the moment. And she tossed Naomi around like a rag doll. Now, Naomi ended up winning in the end. Hit that split-legged moonsault off the top rope. Got the pinfall. But the win looked like a lucky win. It didn't make her look good. It didn't make her look strong going into Money in the Bank. And on top of that, we had Lana come down to ringside during the match. At the opening of the match, she already came down to the ring. And she came into the ring at the end of the match while Naomi's celebrating. She's measuring Naomi. And she lands a forearm to the back of Naomi's head. Knocks her down. And we got to see something from Lana. We did. A hammerlock sit-out spinebuster. Now, I've heard other people call it a power bomb. No. It was a hammerlock turned into a sit-out spinebuster. If you don't know your moves, don't give one to a move you don't know. Now, I don't know what the official name is, but I can tell you what she did. She put Naomi in a hammerlock. She lifted her up like she was going to give her a bear hug and slammed her down with a spine buster. So, automatically, hammerlock, sit out, spine buster. There you go. Person that said powerbomb fucking blitzed, man. But anyway, I digress. It looked good. She did it well. So we know Lana's got one move in her pocket. One move. So I'm a little bit intrigued to see what she's going to do at Money in the Bank. I really am. Could we end up having an actual good match? But here's my problem. This is my problem with the women's division, with the tag division. You got Lana, who's never done a show. Yes, she's had dark matches. Yes, she's been training at the Performance Center. She has done nothing to garner the respect or earn her path to a title shot. All it took was her to ask for a chance to be involved in history in the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is where it doesn't make sense, and I've spoken about this before. Shane McMahon turns around and tells her she needs to earn her spot. That same episode, Naomi demands a shot at Lana, and she will even put on the title on the line. Where does that make sense? Her debut match on SmackDown, and she gets a shot at the champ. I don't give a shit if the match ends up being a good one. If she wins it, it is bad. It will be the worst thing in a long time in WWE. And there has been a lot of bad things in WWE. Also, you got the New Day have done nothing. Have done absolutely nothing for SmackDown as of the... Well, no, they had their first match. They finally debuted. Okay, bang. They got that. But what have they done to earn a shot at the SmackDown Tag Team Champions? They have... SmackDown's got how many other teams on the back burner? They're not using them. They're not televised at all that we can see. You got the Ascension. You've got American Alpha, which God knows we don't know what's going on with American Alpha. You know, you have what could have been a great tag team, and they didn't know how to package these guys. But New Day gets a shot first. New Day gets a shot first. Lana gets a shot first. And yet there is so many more deserving people. Now, I could have understood if Shane McMahon said, you want to earn your spot? You want to debut in a big, high-profile match like this? Fine, the risk is on you. You're in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's division. But now, being thrust right into the spotlight for a chance to become the women's champion makes no sense at all. She hasn't earned that spot. Yes, it was Naomi that challenged her. Yes, it was Naomi that put up the title. But it is storyline that way. So you know that Shane McMahon and whoever the creative team is, we're involved in that decision. How does that make sense? You have to earn your spot to be put in the Money in the Bank match, but you don't have to earn your spot to get a title shot. Blow my mind, man. Just blow my mind. Same thing happened when Charlotte came on to SmackDown. Had done nothing for SmackDown. She demanded a title shot. She got it. Gone are the days where wrestlers have to actually wrestle and actually earn their way and their path to the championship gold. Gone. Let's see. We had AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in the locker room discussing things in private, and then AJ Styles makes a comment saying, be careful, he gets very excited in these main event matches. Enter Sami Zayn, running his goddamn mouth off like a squirrel on steroids. Now at first he didn't. I was happy. I figured, oh, he's walking away. That's all a good thing. No. He come back, and holy shit, that guy's mouth can fly. And it pisses me off because I seen Sami Zayn in the top. I seen him as a potential champion. Now, I think he'd make a better Intercontinental US champion, and I think he'd be a good mid-card champion. I think he could really elevate the Intercontinental or USA title. But that's gone. Okay, my interest in Sami Zayn is lowering and lowering and lowering every time I see him on television. Now, I got up to the point where Natalya's match was about to begin. I have no idea who her opponent was going to be because that's where I walked out. I don't know who won the main event. I got a pretty damn good idea, but I don't care to know. I really don't. For a go-home show, this did not sell the pay-per-view. Now, since I'm done with the review as of this moment, I'd like to discuss some other things. First of all, I don't know if I did it yet, my sponsors, Audible. Audible is offering you a 30-day free membership as well as a free audiobook download. Now, you can get this by visiting the link I give you in the description below, and it's audibletrial.com/pillar2post. All in one word, pillar to post. Now, like I said, it'll be in the description below, but they have over 200,000 titles to choose from, and you can use it on any portable device where you can download your audiobook too. You can take it wherever you want to go, be it camping, be it fishing, be it at the gym or for a long drive. You have that option now to have a book read to you while you are busy doing whatever else you like to do. You can be in the kitchen and cleaning. Now, I'm talking about guys and women here because I do more cooking in my kitchen than my wife does. I am the cook of the family. You know, laundry day. You know, you want to have something for laundry day. Having a book read to you while you are busy with your hands. Perfect. It's perfect for you. And on top of that, if you don't want to stick out the 30-day free membership, you can cancel it after you download your free audiobook and still keep your audiobook. Now, they have a shitload of titles to choose from. Like I said, over 200,000 titles. That means every genre you can think of, they have. Now, check it out. Now, when I got mine, I went for fantasy fiction because I am that kind of guy. I like the fantasy fiction books. I'm an author of fantasy fiction, so I downloaded Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Riders of Pern. So you might not you might not be like me. You might like the wrestling oriented and content related books. So AJ Lee has hers out, and that's Crazy Is My Superpower. Chris Jericho, Justin Roberts, Mick Foley, children's books galore. Science fiction, autobiographies, you name it, Audible has it. Take advantage of this deal. It helps my channel out. You get something for free, and it helps my sponsors out. So, it's going to be in the description below. Take advantage of the offer. Help the channel out. Help the channel grow like I know it can. Second, Saturday or Sunday, I did my live stream of my fantasy booking of SmackDown. Now, this is going to be an ongoing series. Next up is Raw. I'm waiting for my co-host to give me the deets, and then I will be able to set up his show, and I will do the live stream here on Pillar to Post. And what's going to happen, though, the viewers are going to judge which one they preferred better. If they like the booking better on SmackDown, or if they like the booking better on Raw. Now, the loser will have to down some hot sauce. Not just any hot sauce. No. Carolina Reaper hot sauce. So now this might all be being done here on Pillar to Post. And I might be doing commentary on both shows. But you're going to have to look at who was booked and how it was booked and how it played out. So Red Rainer from Heavyweight Mark is going to book Raw. I'm going to do the commentary and the live stream here on Pillar to Post. Also, the new series that's going to be starting off, my Indie League. Now, I haven't decided fully on a name yet. I used to run an eFed called Big Dog Wrestling, and I did that for 10, 12 years. At our peak, we had 1,500 wrestlers involved. Now, these are fantasy wrestlers. Everyone's created their own wrestler backstory and storylines throughout those 10, 12 years. So I got them involved. So I had to create a bunch of Facebook wrestlers here on my PS4. A lot of them I know very well. And then I've got some YouTubers that have signed up. And I'm looking for more. I need more YouTubers to get involved. Now, I've got enough actually right now to get a show going. But I want to get more YouTubers involved. I've reached out to Chris Denker. I've reached out to JD from New York. Grimm's Toy Store. As well as Joe Cronin. I want to get these guys involved. I want them to give me their blessing to let me use their characters for this indie show I want to put together. Now, the invite goes out to also any other wrestling-related content podcasters that want to get involved. So if you're watching this and you want to get your wrestler involved, put your details in the description or in the comments below. The wrestler's name, how I can download them on my PS4 using the hashtag that you've given. So do that for me. I'll get you involved and I'll set up my roster and we're going to get ready to go. And I think it's going to start next week. Now I will announce the date it's going to start probably Saturday night. So there's that. The Polarity Project is still underway. I'm doing enough footage to put up a good show. And I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're a gearhead, this is all about building up a 1968 Dodge Polara for my son. He turned 16 in April. And we're trying to get this car done or actually on the road by the end of summer, I should say. I'd like to have had it done sooner, but it is what it is. This has been Pillar to Post. I am your host, as always, Pete Wall, your dungeon dweller. And I will see you after NXT. You know why? Because NXT always delivers. Always. And Lucha Underground as well. I will be making sure I watch it. I think it's tonight. Make sure I watch it so I can report on it tomorrow. I'll be doing NXT tonight, Lucha Underground tomorrow. So, stay tuned. A lot of shit going down here on Pillar to Post. I'm out of here.